Okay, that's really cool. So I should totally be scheduling these. All right, well, um, in case this becomes public, hi, my name is Eirdís. I'm an Icelandic Chinese artist, and I'm currently based in Tokyo. I have recently been going live, trying to go live as often as I can, ideally every day, basically sharing my process and figuring out what kind of content I really want to share on YouTube. This is all very new for me. And I think as I'm doing this, I'm really getting more of an idea of how I want to be sharing. And honestly, I was just thinking about like, to me, I use art as a way for me to remember that I can create anything that I want, because you start with an empty white piece of paper and you can pretty much create whatever you want from it. It goes from nothing to something. And to me, that's a complete metaphor for life. And I feel like we should all we should all be in that knowing that we can essentially, like, we are the ones in charge of the life that we end up having. We create that life. So I think that's sort of the overall premise, I guess, and like why I feel like it's important for me to be sharing what I do, because I want to encourage you guys to treat your life and realize that your life is your artwork ultimately. Um, and also, honestly, on these live sessions, I'm pretty much like working on improving my skills as well as an artist. Even though I am a full-time working artist, I think you're always improving, and just sharing that honestly, being like, hey, I'm not perfect, I don't think anyone is. It's this whole like, we're growing every day, right? And so for me, like, I remember when I started out, or even before I became brave enough to pursue my passion for a career, I was pretty much looking for role models here on YouTube, and I didn't resonate with so many artists on here. I feel like my process of creating is so much more flow state oriented, and it feels spiritual to me. It feels like I am using art to get to a higher knowing, like to get to my higher self. That's what it's felt like, because I've struggled so much in this physical plane where I've just been like, what the heck am I doing here? And just being so emotional. But for some reason, when I create art or when I'm drawing, when I'm painting, it calms me down and it soothes me. And it has this meditational component to it. So it's really powerful. And I stumbled upon this by accident. I imagine what would happen if I didn't um, basically pursue art and I kept going about my life the way it was. I honestly don't think I would still be here today. And these are things that I've been thinking about, because I feel like this year again I went into a little bit of a funk, and now I'm slowly coming out of it, realizing like, wow, I made all of this happen from nothing. I became, a full-time artist. I am doing the things that I never thought I could have dreamt of doing back when I was struggling, like, years ago, right? When I first had the vision that I wanted to be an artist. It was only an idea. I was so far from that possibility. And here I am, doing exhibitions, creating artwork, working on collections. And I still struggled this year. I went through a little bit of a funk, like a proper funk. And so I've been reminding myself, and it's slowly coming to me, in recent times now, like the last month or two, where I'm starting to get these glimpses of like, anything is possible. You made this happen. And if something's feeling off right now, it means you just need to make a change. And it's important to just realize that, like, look back on your life and think about all the things that you actually already made happen. You created all of that. yes, your parents contributed it, or people around you contributed to creating you, right? But when you become, the older you get and you're an adult, like pretty much your life is yours and you own it. So I think that's something I've been thinking about. And maybe previous to this year, I think I was still feeling very much maybe like I was waiting to be saved or something like that. And I think right now I'm realizing that even more, that art is such a metaphor for life, as in, no, I am the creator. And that's really empowering. And I hope that, you know, you guys coming onto my channel and joining me on these live chats, um, that's the kind of impact that I'm having. I hope that by sharing my vulnerabilities, the difficulties that I faced, yet coming out of those and really reflecting on them and overcoming, right? I feel like I should be gentle on the word overcoming. I just, gentle on that. But, you know, using my experiences, my vulnerabilities to get to a like a higher place of peace with myself towards what I'm really destined to do. I hope that that gives you a sense of direction for yourself as well, and a sense of um, who you are innately beyond the expectations of people around you. Because I think so many of us are living in a way where we are forgetting ourselves, or our lives are not designed for for who we are on a deep level. And obviously don't quit your job or anything like that, but I think that it's important to spend a lot of time with yourself as the real version of yourself, and not as the fabricated version that you think you need to be to make other people happy. That was just a little bit of a rant that I went on, and I'm gonna look at you guys' messages here. Um, yeah, so nice to see all of you here at 2 p.m. Japan time. So it's kind of a nice time. Do you guys prefer if I went a little earlier than this or a little later than this? I think we're going to try to aim for a set schedule as often as I can. I think I could even go earlier, to be honest. Yes, so nice to see all of you here. Yes. Well, life would be boring if we were perfect. 100%. I just don't think it's about perfection. I'm just having a quick like check-in with everyone. And then I was thinking of doing a drawing. So if anyone wants to join me for a drawing after this quick check-in, definitely prepare your sketchbooks, whatever you want to use, and then we will just continue the chat. Um Yeah, I mean, David, yeah, in terms of like the motivational stuff, it's things that I think about all the time. I mean, I think we all feel suffering. We all feel a great deal of pain. And as an artist, as a creative, I do think I experience like a heightened sensitivity to things. So on a day-to-day basis, if I'm not taking care of my mind, if I'm not taking care of myself, my emotions get swayed side to side. The ADD, the anxiety, the depression, it's crazy. Like my biggest weakness in this life, my biggest vice that I've been struggling with my entire life has been my moods, my emotions, and grappling with it. I hear something I don't like, that affects me. Just being very reactive, being so sensitive. Like even just someone in my vicinity, if I I can feel what they're thinking essentially. So that affects me, you know. So going through life being so sensitive can be kind of tough, because anything, someone else's bad mood can bring me into a bad mood. And what do? Do I just go my entire life being swayed back and forth. And when I'm talking from my own perspective, I feel like a lot of you could relate. But that's why I actually have been, binging on as much content as I can, just so that I can better understand how I can work with these mechanisms in my mind so that I cannot be trapped, and I can essentially elevate myself from my natural tendencies. And I've done this over and over and over again in my life. I started from, I mean, guys, I used to have addictions. I had eating disorders, heavily eating disorders for 10 years of my life. I struggled with depression, major depressive disorders. Like, I was suicidal for years of my life. I know you wouldn't think that now, but um, like, I went through the whole array of mental health difficulties, and my lifestyle, like, everything was just, the people around me weren't good for me. I was getting myself into circumstances that were just not healthy for me. And anyway, somehow I ended up managing to pursue this, like, my dream path of art. and yeah, so it's like, ultimately, I guess, then there's more things that come up, right? It's not like you reach a certain milestone and then you don't, it doesn't progress, or you don't end up having more challenges. So a lot of these mechanisms we have to kind of keep up, or we really do have to learn how they work if you want to continue to have an incredible life, living literally the dream life that you want. And that dream life is not, should not be, I don't think your individual dream life, if you really were honest with yourself in terms of what you would want your life to look like in 10 years, is probably not all that materialistic stuff that you see online. It's probably something way more true to you. Are you a creative? Are you a musician? Is your ideal day in 10 years to be making music, to be at peace in the forest and meditating and chilling? Is that your ideal life? So there's all these things that I think, like, it's important for us to really think about what we really desire as well in life, and, like, which direction we're actually headed. I'm sort of like, it's all over right now, the chat, because I'm also just waking up and kind of settling in a little bit. Let me see what you guys are saying. Most people don't even know. Yes, exactly, Occupappy. I mean, I guess that's what I'm getting at, is like, that's probably the most important thing. Otherwise, you'll continue to attract, or you'll continue to be swayed in different directions. By the way, Occupy said some people, or most people, don't even know their true selves. So maybe that's like what my channel is about. Maybe it's just like, I just want to bring some positive energy to you guys, and hopefully, like, a little push, so that you guys can know that just how important you are, and also how important it is for you to know yourself. And like, yesterday I did that portrait, and it actually just, like, made me think how awesome it would be, as my channel progresses and you guys are here with me at the very beginning, that I could, whenever we reach a new milestone, I could draw a portrait of one of you guys at random and just send it out. So I mean, that's an idea. There can be so many different ideas, but basically, I want to serve. I want to motivate you to have the life of your dreams, And as I progress and I continue to be living out the life of my dreams, I want to sort of, and also, like, dealing with all the knots in that, because I get in my own way all the time. So sharing how I'm getting in my own way, and then we can work through that together. And you might recognize some of this in your life, but the point is, you gotta kind of reflect on yourself. You gotta be aware through your life, like, what is causing you pain. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think most likely, whenever I can, that with the night streams, it's a hit or a miss. Like, sometimes I am able to, other times I'm not. And if I'm able to, I'll just do it. Um, so I think for now, maybe I'll try to schedule. as often as I can, one of these earlier ones, and then a spontaneous night session here and there. Let's have the discipline to sit with themselves. Yeah, Lazarus. Most don't know how to consciously breathe, much less have the discipline to sit with themselves, deconstruct, and learn who they are. That is the truth. And, you know, I guess that maybe as an artist, like I'm going to be making so many art metaphors because I'm trying to think, what's my angle? How do I really make you guys, you know, in a very simple way, see that you're in charge of all of this? And personally, art has been the biggest mentor for me. I've just become way more spiritual since I became a full-time artist as well. I've had some really crazy experiences. And previous to this, I was always searching for something, but um like it felt very like I couldn't grasp it. But for some reason, when I'm actually just sitting there creating something, I'm way more in touch with these, you know, mechanisms at play. Um that David says, life is suffering and we build character and strengthen ourselves through our many adversities. 100%. 100%. We're not afraid of suffering on this channel. No, in these lives. Thank you, YouTube Stabworthy. Stabworthy. Hey, maybe Afreen. Oh my gosh, congratulations on your Sony World Photography Awards. That's amazing. Yeah, so super nice seeing all of you here. I am just drinking my tea and we are going to be shifting over to drawing, like basically very, very soon. Exactly. Yes, yes. I mean, I think it's unavoidable to be making your own mistakes. Um, and okay, so and also you could be taking in a lot of information, and I feel like right now, like in such an information age, right? There's so many mentors that you can find online that tell you how you should live your life or whatever, that you can do anything you want. But it's one thing to know these things, and it's another thing to actually act, to actually use that information like physically. So knowledge is nothing if it's not executed in life. I have a huge forehead, I know, and I did my skincare routine, so I'm a little bit shiny right now. I'm moisturized. Hey, Luz, vertical. Yeah, nice to see all of you guys. Okay, so I think it's time for us to do a little sketch. Do we agree? I want to get better with these portraits. And I think as I get better, I'll be able to essentially at every milestone we hit on the channel, I can I don't know what it's called, like raffle out a portrait for you guys, for one of you, one lucky person or something like that. But I really just want to lean into bringing what I do to you guys and making your days better. I think that's going to feel really good for me because I'm not making art for myself. I'm going to keep making the collections because I love creating exhibitions. I love, you know, visualizing an idea and emotion and just capturing that in an exhibition that you can walk into. But I also love the idea that you guys can own a piece of that, you know? And I've said this so many times on my channel, but it's like my originals, yeah, it might be out of your budget, out of a lot of people's budget, but is there a way for and it makes sense because it takes a lot of time for me to create them. Okay, like I'm just saying, and is there a way still for me to offer what I do and for you guys to be on my journey? First of all, supporting what I do and also becoming a collector. So that's what I want to do for you guys on my channel. Okay. I want you guys to be more comfortable with art. It's not this thing that is unapproachable. It's not this, like when you go into an art gallery and it feels very intimidating. I don't want that. That's not what I want to do. I want you guys to feel connected to it, to feel intimate with the work, because I'm just creating what you like. I'm just a mirror of you. You know what I mean? Like an artist is just serving you. Like that's how I see it. If I if I'm not hitting a mark for other people, I'm just not creating for myself. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not that I'm creating hoping that you will like it. That's not the point. It's the fact that I'm like just essentially channeling something, and I'm supposed to be creating this. So that thing that I'm creating is for somebody else out there, not for myself. So I'm not going to just keep it to myself. It's for all of you. Yes, exactly. Lose vertici. A talent, it's called a gift because it's meant to be given to the world, to be shared. I love that so much. And let me tell you, I think that's my biggest realization this year. And I think that was my blockage this year. I think that's why I felt lost this year. Not because I'm not on the right path. Luckily, I know this is not the case for a lot of people out there, but luckily, through all the craziness that I went through, I reached a point where I became brave enough to pursue who I really was, because who I was pretending to be, she was dying. She was ill, she was sick, she was dying. So I've been on my real rightful path, creating art. I'm a creator. I'm like, I have so much creative energy in me. And I've always loved drawing, right? So how do you find your path, by the way? Follow your joy, follow your joy. So simple. It honestly is so simple. But I've been on this path now for years, like 6, 7 years, okay? Essentially doing this full time. And this year I hit like a point where I was like, I'm not satisfied, because I've been doing the shows and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why am I so not satisfied right now? And I think it's because I was following a vision of what I felt like a successful artist was, and I wasn't following, like, I wasn't realizing that the deeper need that I have to create is to bring my gift to you, you know? So I was getting lost in this, like, the pose of it all, the the plasticness of this all. So I think plasticity means something else. Um, I was getting lost in the art world, honestly. And it's like, dude, art is about the people. Art is a gift. It's a gift, you know? That means I have to bring it out. I have to like give it to you guys, right? So I think these lives are a way of gifting. And obviously your subscription, and later on your membership and all of that, any way that can support me, that's like a value exchange that helps me continue to bring my gift out to the world. That's honestly everything. That's everything that I want, you know? So thanks. Thank you, everyone. Perhaps looking for some very inspirational photographers and moving. Yes, art is an extension of yourself and should feel intimate. But I also feel like the artist is oftentimes like, I feel like I'm just creating. Sometimes I'm not even making the art for myself, not even purposefully. I feel like, because time is relative. Like time is the past, the future. Like maybe I already know subconsciously that this is meant to be created for someone in the future that I haven't even met. So sometimes I'm creating from that place. Oh, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Oh my gosh. Is that why we don't have so many people in the in the live right now? Everyone's just out there eating turkey. Hi, DJ David. What's up? What's up? Yes, exactly. I am a citizen of the world. Um No, I'm not a student. I'm a working artist. I guess I don't know. I wouldn't call myself a teacher. I have taught though. I have been a teacher ever since since I was in my teens. I think I've attracted a lot of teaching opportunities into my life. But I think at this very moment, I feel like maybe in some sense I can be a guide, right? Because I've been having healing workshops and I guide people through their healing process with art. But I would say the primary thing is that I'm an artist. So I just love creating and I learn how to guide people as I'm creating. But if I stop creating, I become a mess. So I really depend on creating for that sense of peace. Okay, so guys, I'm going to flip the screen over now and we're going to do a thing. We're going to start drawing. Okie dokie. Let's go. Let's go. Wait a second. Let's okay, I'm just fixing the light and I'm curious if this mic is going to be annoying because I put a mic on the paper. But wait, actually I want to use the small book again because it's quite nice that way, I think. Right. Okay, well, I'm using this, but these are charcoals, and I'm probably only going to use like 3 of these, or 2 of these. And these are some smudging tools. We have an eraser over here that is very sticky. Yeah. So let's see if it's going to be ASMR or if there's going to be an ASMR effect. This is what we did last night. Wait. So I'm going to put the mic on here to see if, how does this sound? Hi, Horia. Hello. Okay, and we're going to use a pencil to just create an outline. And I'm going to try to be as fast as I can, like yesterday. And I guess this is when I start to get quite focused. So we had a little check-in first, and now we're drawing. And this is not the work, for the exhibition that I got coming up, but what am I trying to say here? This is just practice for me. Basically. I know you can't see anything right now. It's like, what's even going on? Nothing makes sense, right? I basically don't know either. I'm trying to focus mostly on just the shades at this very moment. We're just focusing on the shades, guys. Trying not to get distracted by the shapes yet. And this is pretty much practice for me. As I've mentioned, I'm not really a fan of realism usually, but I see the value in terms of this will subconsciously, and it will enter my subconscious in my collection work. So trust the process, guys. I know it looks like not much at this moment, but it's gonna all make sense. And yeah, I guess the time frame-ish that I'm setting for myself for this is, well, actually I want to make the eye a little bit further out. Wait, maybe I first just, but yeah, the time frame I would say is maybe an hour, something like that. So for me, like 3:30 p.m. So if you guys want to be sketching with me, let's do that. Thank you so much. Lacerations hidden behind lace. Interesting. Interesting name. Okay, I should maybe leave the eyeballs until later once I have fully decided and committed to like the location. I know nothing makes sense right now, guys. Wait, actually, how is the sound of the pencil? Because I got the mic on here, you know, on the side. What's the sound like at the moment? Yeah, and we totally did reach an all-time high yesterday in terms of likes on a live. That was pretty cool. And it was pretty fast too. Oh, the sound is pretty subtle. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's good that you hear it though. Okay, so we're just slowly finding the face, seeing like where it wants to be, you know? Basically. And then we will start slowly putting everything in. Trying to figure out if the lips should be more down here. Yeah, it would be pretty cool if I got really fast at this. Can someone translate that Chinese text for me? I'm curious what it says. If it's worthwhile. Yeah, so fun fact, I speak Chinese fluently, but I don't actually read Chinese, guys. Okay, so I feel like I'm starting to get a little too careful, so I should probably not be so careful, you know. Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, we probably don't need that translated. Okay, so do we see how there's basically a face that has appeared? Let's give her like a little, what's this called? Like when it goes in a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay. It's interesting when people just write in another language in the chat. Okay, she's got a scarf apparently, it seems. Okay, so just gonna casually draw in the shadows of the neck. Damn, if I can do this really fast, that'd be great. If I can top the speed of yesterday, that'd be awesome. Kind of seems like I already am. Because this is not my like work, you know. This is just to kind of, this is my warm up. Let's put it that way. Okay. Let's go straight for the charcoal, shall we? Thank you. Thank you, Aiden. Thanks, man. Wait, I'm gonna sharpen my charcoal thingy. Also, welcome to the chat. Okay, we're basically now going to start darkening things. I feel like I want to use a different charcoal though. Let's find out what this one's like. So where are you guys at right now? And what time is it where you guys are at? Okay, cool. So are you gonna go to sleep early? Also, when did you start making music? Just curious. I didn't actually mention that I'm sort of aiming to fast today. So I saw somewhere that it's like if you want to cleanse out your system. Oh, 2013. Oh, cool. Okay. It's actually similar time frame for me. But you like went out to do other types of work. But yeah, if you fast for like 5 days, then you cleanse out your whole system, and it's like the healthiest thing you could do for yourself. So I don't know if I'm gonna succeed, but I'm aiming for it. Well, maybe she could be your girlfriend. That's cool. Do you have music also from that period? Is that the same year that you went to university? Actually, what did you study at uni? Yeah, you also sketch. You could sketch while I'm sketching. We could all sketch together. Okay. I mean, I usually don't do this either. It's just practice. So if you're curious to practice something like this, you can also sketch alongside me. Hard knocks. What's hard knocks? Oh, and how is this pencil sounding? Just out of curiosity, guys. Yeah, you should totally join us, Loose Vertical, for another session. Thank you. Yeah, you should totally join us for another session. I'm doing this quite often, and then you could have your sketchbook ready. Hi, Parasitic Pencil. I'm assuming you're also an artist, so your name has it. So I'll be going out tonight again, so I'm not sure if I'll be doing a late night, or if I do, I'll probably be a little tipsy. Yes, I know. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers, guys. It's crazy. I'm so pumped. Yeah, once I get to like 3,000 watch hours, which we're still quite far from that. I'm trying to think of ideas if you guys have any. Um, then I will be doing a giveaway. So you should definitely stay around for that and see It will be like sort of like a raffle thing. Okay, now we're just going to take one of these guys. I have no idea who this is, guys. I'm just spinning. I'm just drawing a person. Seeing who this person wants to become, basically. Maybe it's not time to do that yet. Like, I have not watched any videos of people do charcoal, so I have no idea how to use this. But we're just gonna kind of go by intuition, I guess. So you were mostly making music just for yourself, Brian, or were you like were you in a band and stuff like that before as well? Like, are you only starting now to do it more seriously, and you're working other part-time things before? Enemy or Art X? I don't know what that is. Damn, I wish you guys could send me like a. Do you have any videos of people doing that? Would you be able to send it to me on like Instagram or something? My Instagram is EIRDIS. Oh, okay. So you weren't doing it like professionally, but you were doing it for yourself. Like, and you started in 2013. I think I got delays in the responses, basically. I feel. Is it Juno? Maybe. Didn't she become transgender? The actress from Juno? Oh, okay, right. But now that's what you're doing, right? Or you're like looking to make the music more serious, more of a serious thing. Because you're actually very prolific. You could probably start a band with your friends, honestly. It all starts somewhere. I've seen you draw Kermit the Frog. It was so good. Really? Did I draw a frog? I don't remember that. It's only been like 2 years that I've part-time pursued it and full-time in the past couple. That's awesome. Yeah, keep at it. Keep at it. That is so true. That is so true. The unreliability of musicians. I've gotten that about artists too. There have been galleries that were surprised that I even showed up because they're so used to unreliable. let's start to try like a cucumber next. Let's start to render this out a little bit. I've waited entire days in the studio for sessions with artists, and I can't be wasting time like that. Yeah, it's true. I feel you. But maybe just having like a singer would be helpful. Singers probably are more on time, no? I don't have a tattoo, but there have been people that have gotten tattoos off my artwork, though. It's cool. We got 31 likes already, guys. It's fire. Singer would definitely be helpful. That's why I made the visual artist. Yeah, I think if you just had a singer, that would be make a difference for sure. Hmm. Funny. I have absolutely no time, bro. So I'm also trying to now like grow my channel, and I'm full blown like doing exhibitions, managing everything in my studio, meeting people for work. Like it's crazy. Traveling between my studios, doing workshops, like I got no time. Hey Jay. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Holy moly's, Christopher. Lively. Heck yeah. Damn, that's amazing. All right, let's all like do like a woo celebration moment that I just reached 1,000 subscribers. That's a big moment, okay? You know what's crazy is like in 2020, I tried to like I was making a ton of YouTube videos, which by the way, if you're curious what those videos look like, you can go on my Patreon. And there's like a bundle that you can access those older videos. I had like different hair and everything, and I was like trying. I was like really trying. And maybe trying a little too hard. I do have some good videos, honestly, but I was also like just not so comfortable on camera. And this time it happened sort of on a whim. I was like, should I not? And then It's like, well, I do want to get my work out there, right? But I'm just so much more casual this time around with YouTube. And for me, it's just like, you know what? I genuinely understand that it's about you guys now. Whereas I think before I was like, I don't really think I had a clear direction as well. Not that my direction is super clear at this very moment, but I do know that the purpose of me doing this is to share to a wider audience. Like it's to share to you guys. Um, so it feels like I'm just like, yeah, you know, I'm doing this for you, and I feel way more chill, and I'm probably being way more truthful than before. Like I'm being way more vulnerable and just like taking it in a way like way less seriously as well. It's like if it's meant to be, it'll be, you know. But I personally think it would be cool to have a platform here just so I can share my gifts with you guys, I guess. I don't know if I can call it a gift myself, but you know, we all got gifts. Thank you, Dream Chasers. Creatively Clint. Are you also a full-time artist? Creatively Clint. This is really not even the thing that I do. Like I never do portraits. This has been my experience like with portraits or realism in general is that I never do it, but every time I'm like, you know what? Let me just do it and see if I can. Then I do it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can. Interesting. Like it's always a surprise to me that I can't even do it in the first place. That doesn't look right. Okay. But hey, we were like way faster this time than yesterday even. Okay, no, that needs to be a hard highlight. Okay, Creatively Clint, I think we have a solution. You can join me in my live sessions because I actually never do realism, but I'm doing it now for my channel. Like also as a way for me to, you know, improve my skills, even though I actually am a working artist. So I work in collections, but it's always good to improve your skills so we can work on it together. And you can use my channel as a motivation for you to get off your butt. The only person you're hurting when you procrastinate is yourself, you know. I know what you mean though. Like I have really bad habits with like there's been things that I've been putting off. I'm like, oh no, you know, like I'll do it tomorrow, or like, you know, things that I want to quit, like dietary stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be better tomorrow. I'll be better tomorrow. And then I kind of procrastinate on it. But when you realize it's like, dude, it's your life. Like, who are you escaping from? You are your own best friend. Like, you're just cheating yourself, you know? Yeah, I mean, do it for your own satisfaction. Like, if you enjoy this, then if you love to create, then it's calling at you. And just do one thing at a time, you know? One drawing at a time. It's not going to be nearly what you hope it to be, you know, the first drawing, but if you just continue to show up, you are going to get better. It's just natural. And the cool thing with these lives is like I'm only giving a designated time to these lives. Like I have 20 more minutes here and then I'm off. And if I'm spending longer than that, no, I mean, I like basically it starts to get in the way of the rest of my day. So you can just give like a designated time every day to it. Hey, Daimon, yes. Totally. What was the affirmation that you came up with today? I don't know if it's for me. I think it's more of like an affirmation that I naturally feel. Random alphabet username. Like I probably need other affirmations because for me the creative flow comes very naturally. But I think it's a good thing for me to remind all of you guys here on my channel to connect with your own creative flow. Just follow the joy. Follow your joy. All right, look at that. We got 35 likes. All right, I wonder if we're able to get to 40. I once went live with a small content creator. Amazing, I love that. Yeah, you should totally keep doing it. Like, it's obviously calling at you, you know? It's obviously telling you that you're meant to be creating. Yeah, what are the affirmations? Let's share them. Give us something I meant and have follow turned off. No, it's not meant to. I mean, that's cool. I like that. Oh wait. By the way, how is the sound of the pencils? Like when I'm close to it. Huh, very strange. I think it fell off the thingy on top. Weird. Like, do you guys hear when I tap on it? I release the need to impress. I choose to express. Ooh, that one's good. That one's a really good one. I honor the artist I've become and the one I'm becoming. That is also a really good one, bro. I trust my intuition more than perfection. Okay, these are really good. You're really getting it. Wow. Like these are excellent. I feel like we should bring these affirmations into every live. No plans at all. I just follow. Yes, exactly. Same. That's how I create all my collections. She's got massive teeth. All right, let's say those affirmations again. I release the need to impress. I choose to express. Yes. I honor the artist I've become. and the one I'm becoming. Oh, I love that because we're always improving. And we can be our own worst critic. Right. So I love that so much. Okay, I'm using like a lighter charcoal now. I have 20 more minutes and then I'm going to go off to the gallery to meet my friend and discuss my upcoming show. His gallery's like a 30-minute walk away. I really love walking. It's another one of those healthy things that I do, but it's also become a bit of an obsession. So habits are really difficult to set, apparently, in the beginning. But once it becomes a habit, it's like you just keep doing it no matter what. And like for me, that's definitely walking. I'm trying to set up like new habits as well. Like meditating every day, like 30-minute workout every day. Which if I add like a 30-minute workout on top of, I guess, my daily walks, which is at least an hour, that's kind of, well, I don't know, like I guess it's like really healthy. Okay, so what I like now, I'm realizing, because I'm learning charcoal as I'm doing these. I just bought this set of charcoals. Like it's really a new art form for me, but what I'm realizing is that it's actually kind of nice because the other charcoal I was using below was a really dark charcoal. And now I'm using a slightly lighter charcoal on top, and it's kind of cool because I can layer on top of it and it gets these in between spots without it being so aggressive. So yeah, I'm getting the purpose of like all like the freaking 20 charcoals in that pack. I'm like, when it I thought it was gonna be white, gray, like multiple different charcoals, but it was all black, and I was like, what the heck is this? You just got like 20 black charcoals. Like what? What am I supposed to do with that? But now I'm slowly getting it. So hey, you just gotta take action. You just gotta try, you know, and then let your intuition guide you. Let the flow take over. Just be a surfer. And any mishap is just like that happens, it's just meant to teach you something. It's just true. You know it's true. Right. Her nose is so tricky. Just trying to give her like a little shadow. And then she also has like it's so funny because like yesterday night I was doing this, right? And the drawing that I ended up making, she seemed so tired because I did it late at night, and this time she seems really serene. Like I feel like this is kind of my mood right now. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm in Japan actually, creatively, Clint. Thank you, Phils. I used to believe I need to do things. I'm writing the words need and should from my vocabulary. There's nothing I need or should that I don't even like to need to breathe. I just prefer it. I love that. No one. That's really good because I'm like, I've mentioned it here, but I'm very hard on myself and I use very intense words as well. And there's a lot of need and should as well that I speak to myself in. And it's very harsh. It's like, no, you know, that's not unconditional. We should just unconditionally love ourselves without feeling like we have to prove ourselves. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Like changing that with like I'd like to, right? The vocabulary I'd like to go for a walk. You guys can call me out on this when I use the wrong vocabulary because this is something I'm trying to get better about. And here as a community, we can all pay attention to this together. It's cool that I still have time. I still have 15 minutes, guys. So I can really work on details. I'm going to pretend that I'm basically done with it now, so I start really just focusing more on the details, yeah. So I realize whenever I think a drawing is finished, I always want to retouch it more and more. So I have to just trick myself into thinking I'm already done with it, because I would have to extend the time anyway, just knowing myself. It's 3:15 over here in Japan. PM. The cage of need and should. I'm no longer going back to the cage. Yes. Let's just do what we like. And that's the thing with art. Like you know, it's the thing that I love doing the most. It's the thing that I know always brings me joy. So if we just follow her joy path, it will lead us to incredible places. Listen to our hearts. And I think it's like interesting because even when with the art, my art career, I was following my joy, but then I kind of still fell into the trap of like need and all that, feeling like it had to be a certain way. But I'm realizing now again, like, no, I do this because I love to do this, not because like it has to look a certain way, you know? I think that's also why so many people give up on their dreams because it's like, or they don't even draw because they're so concerned about it being perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not even about that. Awesome. Thank you, Parasitic Pencil. Like you said the trend, right? The trend that's happening. Okay, I think it's time to work on the eyes a little bit more. She looks a little bit like, what's it called? Like, you know, when your eyes are not looking in one direction. Yes, thanks, guys. Oh my gosh, we already are at 41 likes. Perfectionism gets me all the time. I've been trying to convince myself that being loose and messy sometimes is beneficial. I know we learn through failure, but for some reason I still feel failure. Yeah, same. It helps in the morning if you do some breathing exercises and calm your nervous system. And then think of things that you're grateful for once your nervous system is very calm. That's why it's an active thing. Like, we can't let our brains take over us. Like, we gotta be conscious of our minds. Have I ever had my own show? What do you mean, my own show? Does this live, does my YouTube channel count? By the way, guys, like, I'm so happy that you're part of me experiencing this 1,000 subscriber experience. That's sick. That really is something worth celebrating. Yeah, but the bigger celebration will definitely come when we hit 3,000 watch times, which I have no idea. Like, I feel like that's a whole different, like, how do you do that? How do you do that? So I'm trying to do YouTube in like the least resistant way, trying to just follow what feels joyful to me or matches my vibe. Thank you. Thank you, Parasitic Pencil. I guess you left for a bit and then you just came back, right? Yeah, you just gotta trust the process. Okay, I have 10 more minutes, so we can really start to... get even more fixated on the details. This lip is not so good, but I don't want to spend too much time on it because I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. Thank you, Leroy McGruff. Charcoal is always so messy. I should give it another try. Yeah, that's how I felt as well. This is me based. I haven't touched charcoal in like in a real way because I guess I use charcoal as like an outline thing when I do oil paintings, but I haven't really played around properly with charcoal since I was a teenager, probably. And it is totally messy, but it also, yeah, I mean, made this happen. Which is kind of cool. See you, no one. It was nice having you on here. Yep. I'll probably go live again around this time tomorrow. That is the plan. Anyway. I got like 6 minutes left, guys. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think today was pretty relaxing for me too. Like this, I was able to get into the zone quite easily. Damn, guys, we have 5 more minutes. I think that I feel pretty satisfied with it though. I mean, honestly, I only started doing this like 2 weeks ago. I normally don't even do figure drawing. This is not really my thing. But I kind of figured like, hey, this is actually not bad, and it's pretty, as long as I do this like pretty quickly and I don't spend too much time on it, I can do this maybe once a day, once every 2 days, you know, improve my skills and then get on with the work I actually have to do. So I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm doing it. But oh, I need to give her a little, she seems to have like a red eye right now. Maybe this is the person you're gonna marry. King Toxic. All right, guys, we have 3 more minutes. Anyone that has not liked yet, I'd appreciate a like. And if you enjoyed this, then you should definitely stick around because we do lives very often. I'd love to have you here. I'm actually a full-time artist, for those of you that just joined in, and I normally don't make art like this. If you want to see what my art normally looks like, you can follow me on Instagram. It's usually quite expressive, surreal, trippy. It's a good way to put it. And I create mostly from flow state. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it for today, guys. Just gonna quickly do a little bit of that. pretty much it, guys. Thank you, Creatively Clint. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That really makes my day, like, honestly. Just feeling like you guys enjoyed this. That makes me really happy. And yeah, makes it all worthwhile, you know? I'll get better. I'll get better. I'll get faster. That's also very exciting for me. And you guys will be witnessing that process, which I think is quite cool. Damn, we got exactly 1 more minute. I was so on time, guys. I'm proud of myself. And I think like I did this was way faster than yesterday, for instance. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next live. Okay. Woo, let's switch this over actually. Guys, it was so nice having you guys here. 11 from ST. What's ST? Super nice having you guys here. Damn, my freaking skincare is doing a thing. I'm just like, my skin is glowing. Not in a way that I like, because I have such a big forehead, guys. I feel like my forehead's just like shining. But anyway, super nice having you guys here. I look forward to seeing you on my channel again in another live. I guess we'll aim for 2 p.m. tomorrow again. I might actually make that 1 p.m. because I'm trying to wake up earlier. So maybe we do 1 p.m. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe 1 p.m. or even 12:30. I'll think about it. And then I'll get back to you guys. I'll just make a live and you can just join in. And it'll be pretty much the same as today, where we have a little bit of a chat in the beginning, the things that I'm thinking about, a little bit of recentering, remembering that, hey, we are the owners of our lives. Let's create the lives that we want. Let's create the artwork of our lives that we want. And, you know, then we have a little bit of chat about that, kind of rewiring our brain towards a more positive mindset, let go of the shoulds, the needs, and just, you know, bring it back to joy, bring it back to our heart centers, and then we start the drawing. That's so good. I'd love some videos, motivation art videos while you draw. So I think that was a good format. So basically that's what to expect, you know. In tomorrow's video, we'll start with like a little bit of a recap like this. We chat, and then we will make another drawing. And I'm over here also improving my skills as I'm doing these drawings. This is a snippet of my day to improve my skills so that I can use it for my actual collections that I'm doing for an exhibition that is coming up, okay? So if you guys want to join me on that journey, you can prepare a sketchbook, whatever. You can use a freaking toilet paper. I don't care, you know? But if there's an increment inside of you, like any thing inside of you that's like, I've always wanted to draw and see if I can be a better artist, a better whatever. This is only like an hour, maybe a little bit more than an hour. We went 90 minutes, right? Of your day. And you're essentially getting a free workshop. Hey, I'm just saying. In exchange, I'm getting likes, I'm getting some subs, and we're building the family. And eventually we will do some way more in-depth workshops for my membership only folks. But I'm going to continue to do freebies, like, because again, got to share the gifts, right? Got to share the gifts. That's why we have the gifts. But we also got to develop our gifts. So let's develop our gifts together. If you're not an artist, you can just hang out, get the good jujus, get the good vibes. We're only good vibes here on this channel. Deep, good, existential vibes, but in a positive way, right? Let's be about the knowledge that we have. Let's act on it. Let's not just know things. Let's actually do things. I'm Icelandic Chinese. I'm mixed, and I feel like I look like so many different countries that I'm not from, but I don't actually look like the countries I'm from. Yes, I know. Oh, damn. Now we're at 47 likes. I feel like I gotta wait until we hit 50. Oh, that's the OCD in me. Do you think we can hit 50? We're 3 minutes past the time I was going to stop at. I think we should wait until we hit 50, though. What do you think? We just have like, okay, if you guys have any questions, drop some questions right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get 2 more likes. And then I'm off. It's just my OCD. I'm sorry. Like, I can't get to the number 7 without getting to the full number, you know? So if you guys have any questions, bring it on. We're at 49A. Somebody is like, somebody has an extra account. Like, how are you guys getting there so fast? Thank you so much. I appreciate this support so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you guys are here supporting me. Honestly, I didn't think this YouTube ride was going to be so smooth this time around. It really wasn't the first time around. And considering how much effort it goes into doing this, the lives are good. The lives, honestly, it's not that much effort. I'm just having a great time here. Like I'm actually receiving love and joy from doing this. So it's perfect. But just the fact that it's been so smooth tells me that I'm supposed to continue doing this. What genre of music do I like to sing? I would say like alternative pop. I mean, I was in a rock band too, you know, but I would probably more like pop-ish. Anyway, guys, we're at 50. Holy molies. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Similar time. It might be earlier because I'm, hey, I'm trying to be about it, trying to wake up earlier. Let's all be about it. Okay. All be about it. But just go on my channel and check because I'm going to schedule it in. Okay. I love you guys so much. Ciao. Bye.